Welcome to my part 2 series of How Not to Be Unhappy. Yes, how not to be unhappy. This is part 2. Part 1 was recorded and posted on Facebook last week. So if you haven't watched it, please do so. You'll find it really relevant. So today is part 2, and I'm talking about fantasies and realities. And I'm talking about the miracle of creating fantasies, which are your dreams, lifelong dreams, into physical realities. And how can you do that? I'll start by sharing a very beautiful experience, story, but this is real. So this was about a while ago, I'd say, in Calgary, Canada, which is my home. I had this beautiful woman walk into my office, very well dressed, put together, brand name bag and everything else, and full on makeup, hair, everything. So she walks in, sits on the chair across from me and said, "My friend told me about you. I have attended some of your meditations, but I wanted one-on-one session because I heard from my friend that you can do miracles. So I want a miracle. And that's why I'm here. That's why I booked the session." So I kind of started to smile. I said, "What? Tell me about you." Well, she pulls out this long list, big paper, and now she's telling me this. She says, "I have a beautiful home in the city with a swimming pool. I have 2 lovely kids. I have an amazing husband who does everything for me, puts me first, enough money. I've got a lot of money personally in the bank. I have 4 bestsellers already. I'm writing my 5th book. I'm on the world platform as a keynote speaker. I have a full-time nanny, a yoga instructor come to the house, and I have everything that I could possibly want." So I started to smile and I said, "Why are you here then? It sounds like you already have a miracle life. Why are you here?" She said, "The problem is I don't have this. You see, I went to a workshop about 6 months ago, and we went with a group of girls. We all attended that workshop. There we were taught how to make a dream list, how to create a vision, and then with the law of attraction and other strategies, how to make it happen. So we put up pictures to remind us on our fridge, on the office, in the office, on the desk, and reminders like that. And we started to follow strategies. But none of us really manifested what we truly wanted. And what was manifested, it lasted very little. It didn't last or was not good enough. So we ended up frustrated. So a lot of us started to look for other means. So I thought that if I went to a spiritualist, a mystic, maybe I could create a miracle, or she would help me create a miracle. So I smiled and not at her, but at the situation, because I've had many Sheilas like that in my life. So I said, "Okay, let's see your dream list." So I take the dream list, I fold it up and I put it there. I said, "Look, I'm going to keep it in safekeeping. I'm going to hold it with me. Your dream won't be lost. And I'll show you how to create miracles, how to create the dream that you really want. But you have to follow everything to the T, everything. Because if I will not explain it again. So listen to me very carefully. If you're ready to follow, I'll share the secret with you." She says, of course, she was all excited that, tell me what to do. I'm ready. I said, "For 3 weeks. You have to follow for 3 weeks. No less, no more, 3 weeks." "Okay," she said. So I said, "Okay, now sit down comfortably, close your eyes, and I want you to experience your energy. Not your thoughts, not your feelings, not just the emotions, not just the pulse, not just the breath or breathing. Experience the energy. Watch the energy, experience it, and tell me what's happening." So she goes in for a couple of minutes And then I could see her face slowly starting to light up. First, it was a bit confused. She didn't know what to do or what I wanted her to do. After that, she started to fill up as if with something. And then all of a sudden, her face got brighter and broke out in a smile. And she said, I can't believe it. The more I watch this energy, the bigger the experience gets. And I'm watching it, it's like tickling inside. Something is vibrating, something is so alive. I said, well, how would you describe it? I can't. She said, it's like life vibrating. It's just life, it's just alive. So I said, that's great. So I want you 3 weeks only to focus on this. So no concentrating on the dreams, no trying to be somebody you're not, no more stress. You just with a smiling face experience this energy in whatever you're doing. So if you're brushing your teeth, you're in the bathtub, you're eating, you're gardening, you're going out, wherever you are, keep a reminder of yourself, but you're only supposed to, your job is only to watch this energy and to make the field grow. So big that you start to burst into laughter and smile, and that's it. And that is your only job. And come back to me after 3 weeks, and I will keep your dream meantime. So she goes away. 3 weeks later, she comes back, this time very casually dressed. Just jeans, hair's not professionally done up, not really that much makeup, but she's glowing and she's really vibrant. And she's hardly, she could sit on the chair, and she says, you wouldn't believe, something happened, something crazy happened. I can't contain this energy. But she says, it's overflowing. It's like, she says, I feel alive for the first time. For the first time in my life, I feel alive night and day. And she said, by the way, do you have my dream list? I said, yeah. She said, tear it out, throw it in the garbage. It's not needed. I said, oh, what happened? She said, you know what? When I became full of this energy, the fuller I became of this focused energy, the less I wanted the dream. I realized that that dream was not mine. Something happened in my mind, a shift happened or something happened, but this is not what I want. That's not what I wanted. So I've written another list, which I'm very capable of achieving, and I'm so happy. I am really stress-free. So I said, okay. So Sheila's story reminded me of many other Sheilas, where how we borrow dreams from others. We watch somebody on Facebook with a big hat, in Hawaii or Bermuda, and we want to go there. We watch somebody writing books, we want to write a book. We watch somebody with a big car, we want that. So there's nothing wrong with all of this, because we do get inspired by others. However, are we not supposed to connect with ourselves and deliver our own dream? And sometimes these borrowed desires can confuse us so much, and they don't manifest properly. They won't, because they're foreign to you. You're not DNA'd to create the things that you suddenly want or you have taken from outside. You're not DNA'd for that. So they're foreign, they're aliens in the body. And that's how it feels. So there's a sense of discomfort and distress and anxiety. You want this dream to happen, but you can't make it happen. Somewhere it says it won't happen. Some voice inside says it may not happen, and you get really stressed. So slowly you start to abort the dream. Slowly you start to make it less. You go into a shell. A lot of people become numb, depressed. Now, depressed only means they don't work at the fullest potential. So that's what I call depression. And they become like the walking dead. Yes, they're living, but they're not alive. And this was Sheila's case. So as she focused on her energy, or as she watched it more and more, with no other desire, the desire was only to watch this and keep building this experience of energy. As she did it more and more, the energy became really refined and sharp. With a sharp intellect, she was now accessing a different quality of mind that she did not have access to. So intuition, intellect, and energy levels shifted. She had more energy than ever. She realized that this was not the dream, so she dumped the list herself. So this is the first miracle. When we are full of focused energy, and I'll share one more secret with you. Focused energy is like money in the bank. You can always write a check. You can always leverage it for materials, always. And focused energy will never allow you to move out of you. So your dreams will be truly yours. So you will actually hold your originality and you'll be authentic. And the dream is yours and you know how to do it. Because there's no way you can have a dream and not the force ability to do it, right? So if that is the case, we need to use this focused energy. I'm using this name because it's very important. That's exactly what the technique is, along with the other insights. So when Sheila did it, 2 miracles happened. First of all, she created her own miracle, her own energy source, her own new mind, which is impossible to access. How do you create a new mind? How do you create a new way to think, to look at things? That doesn't happen because usually we look at things the same way as we did before. We are all in a pattern. But she got out of the pattern broke because she was not using the mind. She was physically simply focusing on the mind, on the energy, right? It was not outside her. The focus was inside her, and that's what did it, right? Second miracle was that she was not fearful now to create what she wants. So that rushness, that stress, that not sleeping at night, feeling the lack, feeling needy, feeling jealous, feeling envy, feeling depressed, automatically was gone when she felt full in herself. So this was her second miracle. So the message is really simple, that please try this technique as I have shared it with Sheila. I'm sharing with you today. And make sure you share it with other Sheilas of the world. Believe me, there's a lot of them in the world today. And as you share, you make their dreams come true. You make them the creator of miracles. Imagine that power that you can give a gift of this knowing to someone who can create miracles for themselves. Isn't that a beautiful gift? And human beings are miraculous beings. Look at the way our mind and body, with the powers we have, the abilities we have, the potentiality we have, unstoppable energy, right? So we are miraculous. And what do miraculous human beings create? Miracles. And only miracles. So please share the video, follow the insights, and watch for my part 3 as I come back again next week to you. Follow me on rubybedi.co and on Facebook too. Thank you.